Hello there everyone, and welcome back to this hot seat campaign in Age of Petty Kings. I'm playing as House Durrandon. Let's go ahead and see what happens. A suitable prince. Yes, I tested this out in between. I did last turn. I reload the thing and I just test if I could marry her off to Oris Dondarrion, which was the plan. Turns out Oris Dondarrion is married, so the great general, unfortunately, will not be part of the line of succession. And as I checked, when I did it with another general, then she disappeared from the line of succession, so I couldn't do that either, so I couldn't pick whoever she marries in that way. So what I have to do is I have to agree to this one, unless there's a better one next turn or something. But I think, given how precarious the situation is, we need an extra, what's it called? An extra heir, as it were. There we go. And looking at the financial report, well, the thing that I can see here is that we lost ranking in military, so we've gone from being in second place behind Martell to now being fourth place behind, I'm imagining, both Bolton and the Lannisters. And troops lost 16, battles forced 61. Battles won, 47. Regions lost 6. What regions have I lost before? I'm not sure, but now we've lost 6 of them. I don't know how many we've lost before. Let's see what the Boltons have done. This one I knew that one's gonna fall. I don't think I was pretty sure that this one was gonna fall. I thought this one's gonna fall. Not sure about this one. Definitely not sure about this one falling to the enemy. I'm guessing he used his navy to land the armies. How did he get around? Oh, you can move through here. So he moved through here and attacked this town, and then he loaded up another army on the ship, landed there somehow. Oh, there we go, a Garner spy. So he landed and took Duskendale. There's quite a lot of troops there, still. Oh, there's the king. He's got his faction leader right there. Then we got Rosenby here, with some poofter in it. Great. Look at this. Lannister. What is this? Lots of longbowmen. Catapult. Lots of knights. Lots and lots of knights. Cell swords and the king. Right, so Lannister is gonna not only attack Martell, but he's gonna attack me as well. And he's bringing in his king, and he's bringing in another full stack over there, and he's got like a half stack as well coming in there. Oh god, oh god, oh god. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I've basically lost everything north of this river. And then, given the fact that he uses his navy so expertly, I mean, all coastal towns are now possible targets for his attack. They're very unhappy here. Oh god, this is what I was imagining it being bad because I'm fighting Rain Man, but I didn't really expect to lose so many towns. 4 of them. And this one's gonna fall pretty soon. Well, there's only one guy holding it, so yeah, this one's gonna fall. I can't really reinforce this one to any sense where I can hold it. And this one as well. And then the thing is, he's placed the units here so well. I cannot reach there. And the thing is, if I march in here, the thing is, he's put his men rather expertly, because he's got his army here, way out of danger, but probably within reach of this town, and then he probably hid his catapult in here. So the catapult can move out, and so he could probably... I can't remember if, when we attacked with the catapult from here, if we could reach this place, or if we could reach this one. We probably can, because, well, if he goes here, if he goes there, if he goes here, if he goes there. So if I move in here, I'm screwed. And he has a catapult as well, but I think he's going for this one. But I think they're pretty much aware of this army. And so he wants to strike now this one as well. Thing is, the catapults are, let's see, how many moves are that? 1, 2, 3, 4 or something like that. So it means that I could move like... Oh, I've only moved the catapult. Like there? The thing is, we're not in reach to attack the town though if he takes it. If he attacks it. This guy is actually standing in my way. If I could build... You know what? If you can just move away. If I can push you away a bit. Bye. Can you move away? Just so we can get our army. I want to be in a place where I can be far enough from the enemy, but still far enough from their catapults. Is that close enough? Is that... I feel as though it might be too close. He definitely probably is within reach there, but I'm not entirely sure if he's within reach here. Thing is, if I lose this army, there's so everything's so shit right now. God. I know I know how Devin feels right now. Being swarmed by enemies. Holy shit, really. How am I gonna do this? How am I going to be able... First of all, we need to... Oh, why can I not destroy this? Is it because... I want to tear that down because I really don't want the enemy using that. Can I only tear... I can only tear down the small sept, but that's no point because the sept is the thing that we like. Okay. So I cannot tear down Castle Garrison. No, I don't want to tear this down. Well, I can tear this down. So I'm hoping that we're safe there. We might not be. It might just go to hell. But it's close enough. This army will relocate. We'll leave a bit of it. Thing is, we'll leave like those two in there, and then he moves there. So we got this one sort of safe. And then I'm really done. This spy, yeah, this spy, check that out, and so on. We've got this spy. We need to be able to see what's going on here because, well, they're gonna take a lot of these places pretty soon afterwards. Right, and then there's this. So, a new thing that we voted about was the fact that when we outnumber the enemy, what was it? 4 to 1, we were able to auto-resolve it. And in this case, I outnumbered him 10 to 1. So pretty clear auto-resolve there. And then we can move on to Stone's Bridge. And same there, because there's 61 men. So yeah, another auto-resolve. And then we're just out of reach with the catapult to reach Dustonbury. And this one doesn't have any catapults. So what we want to do is we want to take this army. We're gonna lay siege to him. Or if I just... No, we're gonna have to lay siege. Thing is, I want to sort of... I feel as though with this... Bolton's too good, so I'll try to spend more time maybe role-playing. Which was really the part why I joined this. I didn't know that we were gonna face people as, like... I don't know if they... It feels as though they don't do anything else than play Medieval 2. They're so good at it. I mean, if you look at... I've looked at Bolton. I haven't actually looked that much at Martel because he's my ally. But, I mean, if you look at Bolton, it looks like he's doing a speed run of... Just like, you know, when you do a speed run of a game. It looks like that. And then... And he like... I saw one video where he does a mistake early on and he restarts the video. And I'm not entirely sure if it was... I can't remember if it was a major mistake. As I recall, it wasn't really, but... I guess he's a bit of a perfectionist. The thing is, they've got... I think, if I remember correctly, their heir is in there. I can't recall, really. We're gonna leave 2 units. And then we're gonna march there. And then we're gonna lay the siege. Then we're gonna have to wait with a catapult. The catapult is not within range, so it's gonna have to come later. We're gonna leave some men behind to hold the town and the catapult, of course. And then we're gonna march up. And we're gonna lay this siege. And then Oris Durrandon will come up and he will guard the catapult. And that's that. I will leave an ultimatum to Gardner. Yeah, it was Paxter, Prince of Highgarden, the Prince of the Reach faction heir. I imagine he doesn't have a lot of lords left, and this is like one of the last ones. And then I'll do a message about I'll send a message to Chaos Gardener. I'm also gonna send a message about the marriage. I really wish there was a system where I could address all of them, like spread the ravens out to all the kingdoms, saying, you know, there's been a marriage and the line of succession has been secured. Although I maybe need to proofread it, because I saw one video that Devin made fun of my spelling, so I probably need to proofread it, or like correct it, like type it out correctly, because otherwise it seems that I will be ridiculed. So here we got Barristan Swan, which is the I don't think he becomes the factionaire because he goes to Shireen, and then through Shireen it becomes him. Barristan Sworn is only 14. So it's gonna take a while before he becomes, you know, fighting age. The thing is, marching this army up to face this castle is stupid, because even if they don't have any men there, they can easily just board whatever troops they have onto ships and then strike me down. So what we need to do is, you know what I should have done is I should have moved some of the guys over here, because they'll get free upkeep here. And so we get some free upkeep there. What we really need to do is we need to put more effort on the navy. Unfortunately, if you count out the harbors that Bolton holds, he can muster a much larger fleet than me. Oh yeah, this time around we'll not forget to buy an assassin. Yes, I think... No, this is not it, because I need to move my fleet back. Save the fleet back, that was almost destroyed last turn. I can recruit these two ships, or I can repair these two. I think we're just gonna repair those two to start off with. We got 2,000 gold, so we need to recruit troops up here-ish. Or maybe what I can do is I can repair the castles, to make them ready for possible sieges. So the enemy just doesn't walk straight into it. So we got that set up. The thing is, I was thinking this halberdier unit could attack the king. The thing though is halberdiers aren't that good. This would have been a lot better if it would have been... Oh, they can actually recruit pikemen. If I had a pikeman unit, he could go bypass and attack the king. So that could have been interesting. But what we're gonna do here, there's no point in letting House Bolton fight this battle. So I'm going to fight this battle on my terms, which means that I'm, instead of losing 5 towns this turn, I will be losing 5. But yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles. And hopefully we'll be able to slay quite a few of these enemies. But ultimately, of course, this is a pretty futile battle. But it's all about securing those kills. I'm hoping all towers are firing. Well, this one is firing. And the 2 ones above the gate is firing. So at this point, we've killed 2% of their army, which I don't know how many men that accounts for, but I imagine their army is about 1,000 men, maybe a bit more, 1,200. Or maybe, well, 900 maybe. I don't know. How many units are there? 1, 2, so and so forth. Around 1,000. So 3% is still kind of good to start off with. But as you can see, they've run and they're already preparing to come in through the gate. Thing is, I'll probably handle this a lot better than what an autosave would have done. We're gonna hold as long as possible. This one I actually wish they were halberdiers, because then they would probably have done a lot better job holding on to this. Okay, I think we're gonna have to retreat from the walls here. Oh, 60%. Yeah, run, back to the square. Hurry! I told these guys to run, but only half the unit runs. Medieval is so retarded. There we go. Now you're getting there. Right. We're gonna form a shield wall just in front of this. Trying to have it spread out as much as possible. Run into position, god damn it. Let's see. And then shield wall. Hold the shield wall! The rapist and murdering army of the Bolton has arrived. We need to hold at all costs. Otherwise, we'll be flayed alive. So there's no point in surrendering, men. Fight until the very end. Okay, so at this point they're actually attacking us without us attacking back. Because they've got their halberdiers up there. Oh, and there goes the captain. Right. Hold, men! Hold, and noble death. Well, at least it died, so it didn't have to be raped and butchered by the Boltons. Cut his little willy off, like they did in the series. Oh, they shot one of their own there with an arrow killed that guy. Right, let's speed this up a bit. Fight hard, men! I was just about to say that we were fighting pretty good, but then I see them overlapping the shield wall on the flank there, and they're about to push straight. They're pushed straight through over there. We still have quite a lot of men in the shield wall, which I'm surprised. We have 110 men in the shield wall, still fighting. Only a military genius can win this battle. We've taken 8% of the enemy force, which is not very good, while we have lost 36. Let's speed this up. Fight on, men. Fight hard. We're gonna fight to the very last man. No one will surrender. You know what happens to those that surrender to House Bolton. They'll be turned into carpets. Or parchments. I believe he actually wrote a letter to House Arryn on the skin of some dead soldiers. It's a very nice character, that Bolton, the Dread King, I believe the Boltons are called. We're still holding on though, and we have killed 14% of the enemy force. 27 men remain, 26, 24. We have lost 95%. There's 9 men left, 6 men. 5. 3. Let's see the very last battles here. Everyone fights to the end. They'll have to skin us once we're dead. No torture for my men. We fight on to the very end. Oh, there he goes. The last man died. But we fought bravely. No man can say otherwise. So we lost 151 men, and the Bolton's lost 173, which I think is kind of a victory in itself, because we managed to inflict quite a lot of damage on the enemy. And we were gonna... The thing is, I could have waited the next turn, but then he would have just auto-resolved the battle, and we would have lost anyways. So, there we have it. We lost another city. So we lost 5 cities this turn. We gained 4 last time. So he's taken all of this. God. The thing is, I was invited to another hot seat, but looking at this, I'm kind of glad I didn't join it, because, well, if they're as good as this Bolton guy and the Martel, I mean, I have no chance, especially since they play it sort of, you know, complete total war. There's no sort of I mean, most of them seem very confused when I say anything about any roleplay stuff. Like, no one seems to know what Battle of Bronzegate was. Let's see then. We've got a Martel army here. But the thing is, since we got such a huge Bolton navy, and I imagine he's recruiting tons of ships all along all these ports, so I guess we're screwed either way. Right, so off to some messages. I'm gonna send a quick message, which is just... Right, here is my first message, which goes out to House Gardner. Your heir, Prince Paxter, is under siege at Dustonbury, and there is no hope for him or his followers. So I invite you again... Fuck. Anyways. Crap. I'm gonna have to type... No, I'm not. Fuck. So on. Oh. So I invite you again to come to your senses and surrender as we speak that this honorable House Bolton, pillage and rape their way through the Midlands with no army to stop them. By the light of the Seven, and for the good people of this land, that this war must end. Some of your lands will be restored to you, and you will retain the title as King of the Reach. Signed, Storm King Durrandon the 7th. And send. Right. Here we have my second message, which goes out to House Lannister. It troubles me much to see that you have picked the side of our enemies. The heretics of the north are not to be trusted. As we speak, House Bolton is pillaging and raping unhindered through the Midlands, with no army there to stop him. I hope King Kedron once more sees the light of the Seven and restore peace to the land. I am willing to talk terms as your regard to put King Isildur of House Gardner back on the throne of the Reach. Signed, King Durrandon the 7th. I decided to also send a message to House Martell. Honored House Martell, I am delighted to tell you that the marriage has been arranged between the crowned Princess Shireen of House Durrandon and Barristan Swan. But as there is a war going on, we do not expect any representative of House Martell to attend, nor any gifts to be sent. Since the line of succession is now secure, this will strengthen House Durrandon and in turn our alliance. Blessed be the Seven. Signed, Maester Coldwind of Storm's End Castle. Send. And we got one final message sending to Bolton's. Nuts! Send. So I send message to everyone. Anyways, hope the video on a bit of a lighter side than what we started off with, and hopefully I'll get at least one answer next turn. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!